In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Exploding Kittens, the board game. I'm going to be breaking down how it works, what's great about it, what's not so great about it, and my overall thoughts on the game. There will be a link for this game in the description of this video if you want to pick it up. As well, please be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. The object of the game is to be the first player to land on the ribbon space. To start, place the board near the edge of the table and have all of the players sit around it so that everyone can get a decent view. Treat it just like an open storybook. Each player will then select a character piece and place it in the litter box. Next, shuffle the action cards and deal 5 cards to each player. You're allowed to look at these cards, just make sure that no one else sees them. Place the rest of the cards face down in the center of the table, creating an action deck. Leave room next to it for a discard pile. After this, remove all of the danger magnet discs from the move disc deck. There will be 10 in all. Place these face up near the back corner of the board. Shuffle the remaining move discs and place them face down near the board. This will be known as the move deck. Leave room next to the deck for a discard pile. Now that everything is set and ready to go, pick one player to go first. Now you're ready to start the game. Your turn starts by playing action cards from your hand. You can play as many cards as you'd like, or none at all. After this, flip the top card of the move disc deck and place it face up in the discard pile. Each move disc tells you how many spaces to move your character. Some will even come with additional instructions, such as flipping the board. After this, your turn ends and play continues to the left. When you land on a space, there are 3 different spaces that you can land on. The first is a number space. If the space has a number on it, you will draw that many cards from the action deck. Seeing as there are no bad action cards in the game, this will always be a good thing for you. The second is a space with another character. If you land on a space with a character already on it, even if it's an Exploding Kitten space, you must move to the next available space. 2 characters can never sit on the same space. The third and final one is an Exploding Kitten space. The simple fact is that when you land on this space, you explode, which is sad, especially if you're a family. When you explode, 2 things will happen. First, you'll swap spaces with the player in last place. If you're already in last place, you'll stay right where you are because nowhere is worse than where you are right now. If more than one player is in last place because they're both on the litter box, choose which player to swap places with. When you swap spaces with a player, ignore the number or symbol on that space. Next, discard as many cards as needed to get down to 3 action cards. If you already have 3 or fewer cards, ignore this step because life is hard enough for you right now as it is. You do get to choose which cards to discard, so that's a plus, right? When it comes to the move discs, there are different kinds that you can draw that have different instructions and abilities. However, there's one move disc that is set apart from the rest. When you start the game, there are no danger magnets included in the move disc deck. This is because these discs are added by playing the Add a Magnet card. When this card is played, the player is able to secretly add a danger magnet anywhere they want to the move disc deck. When another player draws that danger magnet, they must move their character to the next available Exploding Kitten space. If this move takes you past the final ribbon space, you must follow the loop back arrow and move to the next Exploding Kitten space. These danger magnets are lethal and should be avoided at all costs. And now it's time to discuss the flipping of the board. Some action cards in move discs will tell you to flip the board. When this happens, you will flip the board from calm mode to chaos mode, or vice versa, depending on where the board was left last. This changes all of the spaces on the board and adds a lot more Exploding Kitten spaces. It's important to keep in mind that these spaces do not get triggered by everyone when the board flips. In the instance that the move deck or action deck runs out of cards, simply shuffle the discard pile and start a new deck. If you start your turn with no cards in hand, draw 3 action cards and then begin your turn. When it comes to winning the game, you must land on the ribbon space exactly, meaning that if you're 1 space away from the ribbon, but you draw a move 3 disc, you must move past the ribbon space and follow the loop back arrow, counting the ribbon as one of your 3 space moves along the way. If you land on the space before the ribbon, but somebody's already on it, you move to the ribbon space itself, winning the game. Let's take a look at the different action cards included in this game. The Add a Magnet card. Secretly insert 1 danger magnet into the move deck. This card can be played at any time before the current player has drawn a move disc. The Alter the Future ×2 card. Look at the top 2 discs in the move deck and secretly put them in any order you'd like. This card can be played at any time before the current player has drawn a move disc. The Mega Move card. Draw 2 move discs and combine both numbers together for your move, ignoring any actions on the discs. The Draw to 5 card. Draw action cards into your hand until you have 5 cards. The Diffuse card. If you land on an Exploding Kitten space, play this card, and you'll avoid getting blown up. Place the Diffuse card in the discard pile. If you swap spaces with someone and you land on an Exploding Kitten space, you do not need to play a diffuse card. The draw from the bottom card. Draw from the bottom of the move deck instead of the top. The flip card. Flip the board from calm mode to chaos mode, or vice versa, depending on where the board left off on last. This card can be played at any time before the current player has drawn a move disc. The one small step card. Move one step forward instead of drawing a move disc. The fast pass card. Draw a move disc and continue to do so until you draw either a move 4 or move 5, ignoring all actions as well as any other numbers along the way. The slow and steady card. Draw a move disc. If the disc says move 1, 2, or 3 anywhere on it, move that amount of spaces and then take one extra full turn. If the disc does not say move 1, 2, or 3, you do not get an extra turn and your current turn ends. The nope card. If someone plays an action card that you don't like, play this card to cancel their action. If someone else plays a nope card on top of your nope card, this is known as a yup, and this will cancel the first nope played. This card cannot be used on an Exploding Kitten, a diffuse card, or any move discs. The ditto card. Reuse the move disc on top of the discard pile as well as any action that is on it. The shuffle card. Take all of the move discs, both from the draw pile and the discard pile, and shuffle them together to create a new draw pile. This card can be played at any time before the current player has drawn a move disc. The Expose the Future ×1 card. Flip the top disc in the move deck so that everyone can see it. If there's already a disc that's face up, flip the next available disc under it. The Expose the Future ×3 card. Flip the top 3 discs in the move deck without changing their order so that everyone can see it. If there are already discs that are face up, flip the next 3 available discs under it. The Skip and Draw 3 card. Draw 3 cards instead of drawing a move disc. This will end your turn. The Swap top and bottom card. Swap the top and bottom discs of the move deck. This card can be played at any time before the current player has drawn a move disc. The cat cards. Play 2 of the same cat cards together to steal 1 random action card from any player. Keep in mind that any card with the now symbol on it can be played by any player at any time during the game, so long as it's played before the current player has drawn a move disc. The original Exploding Kittens card game has been imploding friendships and scarring families for years on end, and has become a game night staple mark for countless families. So when word got out that they were releasing a board game edition of the explosive game, fans were ecstatic. And yet, even still, some fans like me were asking the question, does a great card game make for a great board game? Because the two mediums aren't exactly identical when it comes to gameplay. I can say with full confidence that, despite a few nitpicks that I'll mention later on in this video, this board game edition of the classic card game more than lives up to the hype. This zany and explosive game is a total blast and will keep you hooked till the very end. What I appreciate about this board game concoction is that, as opposed to the card game version, this version of Exploding Kittens keeps all of the players in the game, as opposed to viciously eliminating players one by one. Although some players like myself might enjoy the savagery of the original, it was fun getting to finish a round of this game with everyone present. Another thing that I love about this game is the functionality of the board itself. It opens up and functions just like a pop-up storybook, and features not one, but 2 different board designs. A video game that continued to come to mind as I played this board game was the Mario Party franchise, in that the board game could completely change in a single instant. It's one thing to do that in a video game, and a totally different thing to do it in a board game. And that's why I'm giving this version of Exploding Kittens big points for its inventive and visually dazzling design. I've also got to say that I really appreciate how they incorporated the Exploding Kittens cards into this board game setting. While the board itself is a neat feat of creativity, the actual gameplay incorporated into it is a bit simplistic, specifically when it comes to the spaces. There's no doubt that the fun of this board game rests in the board flip, the action cards, and the move discs, and in that sense, the game reaches a nice balance of fun gameplay. That said, when I think of a board game, I think of a wide variety of fun spaces to land on, of which this game has so very few. Now, is this a deal breaker? By no means. All I'm saying is I would have appreciated more action prompts on the spaces themselves, rather than solely relying on the action cards and the move discs. Another thing that I'll mention is that the longevity of this board game in terms of quality is something that I question. I don't know about you, but I've lived to see many a pop-up storybook completely destroyed over time and cease to, well, pop up. Looking at this board, I can't help but wonder how long it has until it experiences its first malfunction. There's no doubt about the creativity of its design, which I highly praised. I just hope that most people's boards last longer than my childhood pop-up books did. And lastly, I've still got to vent that there's still no Super Nope card. And yeah, that's pretty much my last complaint. I just really want that Super Nope card. All in all, Exploding Kittens the board game is a seamless and exciting transition from cards to cardboard. The gameplay takes what you loved about the original game and remixes it into your latest game night addiction yet. Just when most fans thought that the explosive feline was running out of fresh ideas, this board game ushers in a new and bold way to play. If you're questioning whether or not to add this hot-to-the-touch board game to your evening festivities, my advice would be to fetch the oven mitts. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and be blessed.